thinking of removing that. I keep thinking of removing that countdown. What do you guys think? Anyway, time to get going. Let's get Glenn on. Glenn.
Evening. I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah. I'm not bad.
Yeah.
Do you know anything? You been up for it? Anything?
Been watching films and stuff, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, cool story, bro. Thanks.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Anyway,
okay. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and see you later.
Yeah. I'm going to run through the comments because it's been going wild. Everyone wants that number one spot for the leaderboard. So I'm going to run through who's with us today, if I can find everyone on the list, because we've been a bit inundated with them. So
yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. I know I saw Anthony Lipiello was with us this evening. Anthony, I can't find any comment now, mate. They've all gone.
We'll just say hi, Anthony.
I'll find it in a second. But we've got Big Jace with us as well. Good evening, Big Jace. Hope you're well. Jeremy Carl just picks a random comment there. Could always be better. Thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah. Yeah, know your place.
AJ Pink's with us as well. Good evening, AJ. How are you doing? Well.
Hey, AJ.
Let's see if we can catch up. Lynn in the other room is with us as well. Good evening, Lynn. Thanks for your
It's a random one there, didn't you?
Those in the comments will know what she's talking about, hopefully.
Yeah.
We've got Morton's movie reviews with us. In response to Lynn, are people being paid by YouTube just posting letters now?
She was just experimenting, see what happened. That was all.
Very good. Sorry, I'm just flicking through because I've completely lost. There we go. Anthony Lipiello. Hey, Phil.
There he is. Hey, Anthony.
Hey, Anthony. We've got Cranstonite with us for the first time. Of course, live stream live. Hopefully, I won't jinx it. Hopefully,
you might make it better. Who knows?
Yes.
Stranger things have happened
with us as well. I'm going to post his comment. Hi,
hey,
Lynn. Sorry, I'm humming as we go along because I'm quite lost on here. We've got Dean Watson. Good evening, Dean. Hope you're well.
Hey, Dean.
This evening all. We've got John the Movie Man. Says hi, Phil and Glenn. And everyone else in the chat. Hey, John.
What's up, as we always say.
Cheer is with us as well.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah, like now. Please.
Please.
We've got Woody. Woody's made it with us as well.
Hey, Woody.
Darren G's with us. Hey guys, Darren. Clark and Manny, sit comfortably for the next hour. We will control all that you see and hear. We control the horizontal. We control the Some meows a lot. Hello, everyone. Hello, some meows a lot. And good evening to John Robinson as well.
Hey, John.
Cave with us as well. Good evening, chaps.
Hello, Cave.
Got Ethan Schneider. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ethan. AJ loves the countdown. Well, I might keep the countdown, but I might change it up when I start playing around with the live streams, because I might even look at spending some money and upgrading the stream so you get us in full HD. Full HD. Ridley Cinema's back with us for a live. Finally caught.
Hey, Ridley.
Hope you're doing well, Ridley. Did I hit Ethan Schneider? I think I did.
You said Ethan Schneider. You did, but
BMG501. Hello, guys. Hello, BMG.
BMG501.
Tom G, dipping in and out as usual. Kids' bedtime.
Hey, Tom G.
We've just done the same. The youngest is in bed. The eldest is sat watching. He's working his way through the Marvel movies and is sat watching Civil War at the moment. So, yeah, I'm sure he'll tell me all about that in the morning. And I think we're about up on the comments. Morton says, finally got to watch Weapons. What did you think, Morton? Let us know. Let us know. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to click the wrong button and get it going. So, I've got a topic, or I did have a topic. The topic, thrifty or broke. Now, that all sounds quite serious, and being a bit selfish with this live stream and making it all about me. And as usual, I mean, Glenn, you know that the topics that I tend to try and pick are usually things that are very much on my mind, that I've got running through my mind. I like to speak from the heart. And
deep. There we go.
And also, it's the stuff that I'm passionate about at the time. I like to be in the moment, and I like to share with you guys what I'm thinking. So, without further ado, I'll dive into this topic, kind of in a roundabout way. We might drift in and out, but you probably all know the big thing that I'm doing at home at the moment is the family room, the media room. This is its current state.
And that's how it's staying. I think you've done a lovely job.
No, it starts kicking off tomorrow. We'll start with the walls being done again. I mean, you can see that we've got the electrics on there ready for a nice media unit to go in there. And it got me thinking about the media unit and what's affordable, what I can put in there, and what I can do. And it got me thinking, because I've been looking through TVs. That was my starting point when looking at this. I was looking through TVs. I've been looking at OLEDs, I've been looking at QLEDs, I've been looking at LED 4Ks, I've been looking at HD. And I've been going back and forth what to do. And obviously, OLED's the choice. OLED's the top thing.
Top banana.
But, yeah. And I wish I'd wrote some notes for this. Because I don't want to
at this point
drift to and from. But my thing is, at the minute, when I've been thinking about costs, because obviously that room is, there's nothing in it. There's a lot that needs doing. There's a lot of money to be spent on it. And the thing that's been on my mind is how I'm perceived for what things I put in there. Because obviously I'm on YouTube. I show bits and bobs of what I pick up, and being a physical media movie person, there's perhaps a certain expectation that you have to have the best of the best. And it got me thinking, you know, I could potentially have 150 quid in the bank. I could have a ton of credit card debt into the thousands, or loan debt and things like that. But if I've got OLED TV, the biggest one I could get, if I've got an AV receiver with surround sound, if I've got all the latest limited edition boutique labels, people assume that I'm smashing it. Because all they see is I've got the OLED, I've got the limited editions, I've got the biggest screen that I can get. Yet, if I was to go for just a normal 4K TV, have the standard editions, but I've got 100K in the bank, then that assumption is that I'm broke, because I've only got standard 4K TV and I'm only getting standard editions. And there's that perception that people assume that you're broke because you've not got the best of the best. And the reason I come onto TVs is, if I'm posting about this sort of thing on YouTube, am I going to get judged? Should I be spending more just to change people's perception of what I have? Do you think it's a thing that should come into play?
Good old buying for the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Mm.
What are your thoughts on it? Do you think I should potentially send myself into debt to have the best of the best? And the thing is, it's not just the TV that I'm buying. This is the whole setup. We're having the walls done, we're having the carpet down, we're having the media unit, we're having potentially new sound things, potentially a new 4K player, potentially a new games console, potentially another streaming device. There's a whole lot of costs. So when I'm looking at TVs, I'm thinking, do I need, at this point, to be spending 2 to 3 times more on a TV between sort of a QLED or an OLED? Will that affect what people think of me if I start doing videos down there and I've just got, oh, Samsung, it's only QLED, it's not an OLED?
The bottom line is, are you bothered what people think of you?
This is the thing. I say no. I say I'm not bothered what people think of me, but I've got a YouTube channel. I read the comments, and I do take to heart the comments, and I do listen to them. I'd love to say that I don't care, but yeah, it does come into play, because I'm putting myself out there. It's the image that I need to reflect. I need to do this. Do I need to do it?
Well, it's like I sent you something this afternoon where it was a YouTube video about somebody that collected something else completely, but they have a YouTube channel about it, and they were saying they sat back and realized they were buying so much for the channel rather than for themselves, type of thing. And you said about, oh, well, that's kind of the the YouTube thing that people say that they bought it for the channel and what have you. But I think you're guilty of it to a degree in the respect of you buy almost some things are almost set dressing in your mind a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
And you end up doing that. With this room, though, are you going to be doing videos from there and featuring things down there?
Not
Because
all
if
of them.
not,
some of them. It will. I
will
am
be
planning
doing.
to use
Right,
it. Yeah.
okay. So therefore, you
to.
are. Yeah, I
It
think
depends
there's a happy. Obviously, I would say the sensible thing to do is don't get yourself in debt.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. If you can't afford it, don't buy it.
Mm.
That should be the bottom line with all of this.
Do you see it across the videos on YouTube that do you ever get the feeling that people are potentially just buying the expensive things and putting themselves into debt so that they can provide that illusion, if you like, of being successful and having all the things? Because, I mean, let's face it, the physical media YouTubers, how many of them do you see sat with their collections of movies in the left behind the left-hand shoulder? And the collection of books, just a collection of movies and everything, all the limited editions, all stacked behind them, all on display. Look what I've got. I can afford all of this. I can do all of this with our money. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the you know, who was that YouTuber, that lady who actually announced that she got in X amount
movies with Sue, yeah.
You know, she put a video out saying she got in X amount of debt.
Yeah,
because of her collecting, but it didn't seem to curb things.
No.
Even though she kind of addressed it. But yeah, I think there's got to be a happy medium, hasn't there?
I mean, when you look, when I've put in sort of searching for media rooms for ideas and things like that, all the images that you get, the things like this, the beautiful, the proper home theatre and stuff like that. So the expectation is that you're going to end up something like this kind of setup.
If you don't do that, you are just a pitiful failure, quite frankly.
Yeah.
You deserve to be judged.
People are going to judge me for it.
Yeah. You'll have to walk down the street and they'll be ringing bells.
Now, this is
shame.
I'm very careful of it because I don't do reviews of new release 4K and things like that, and I don't feel I think I could put my wording across properly for what I think of it. Don't know enough about bit rates, the nits, or anything like that. But I don't feel like I could put a 4K review out when I'm not sat with that OLED playing it on the Panasonic UB9500 player or anything like that.
Viewing it in the best possible way you can.
Yeah, I feel like that if I haven't got that sort of setup, then that's going to be the sort of, well, that guy's watching it on this. No wonder he's not getting the best picture out of it. And that sort of argument. But yeah,
he's watching it on a black and white portable. What does he know?
That's why I don't think the conversation needs to be around the quality of the 4K all the time. I think some reviewers seem to miss the point of you want to watch a movie on there. Do you enjoy the movie? You know, it's nice to hear about the picture, but when they just forget to review the movie and say if it's worthwhile, then it worries me a little bit.
Yeah, Joe Schmo, Joe Average has just got the average setup. They've not got Dolby Atmos 306.1 something or other surround sound with a short throw projector and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I watched it 120 inches. Oh, did you? Good for you. Happy for you. Thrilled.
I'm just going to hop into the comments and see what people say before I carry on this tirade. The Batcave picked up an amazing quality Panasonic Blu-ray player for £3. £3 is amazing. That's actually absolute bargain. Darren G. I watched Weapons last night. Film of the year for me. Not for me, but I'm glad you enjoyed it.
No, a very good film, but yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Riddler Cinema. Is there any question we need Phil and Glenn in 4K Ultra HD with glorious Dolby Atmos?
The answer is no.
I actually had a look at the upgrade price for StreamYard, so we could get rid of the logo in the corner and get the quality of the streams up. And the base level, it's if you pay a year in advance, it works out about $35 a month or something like that. And yeah, it's getting on to be able to cover the costs at the minute, but hopefully soon we can upgrade it. Hopefully. AJ Pink says, Phil, I'm glad in Dolby Vision too. That might be a step too far, but
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Dean Watson, love Bear Brick. It's not going to stay Bear Brick, Dean. The bricks are...
No, from tomorrow, it won't be Bear Brick.
No, well, it might be. They're doing some damp-proof work first.
Ah, right, okay.
So, yeah, I've actually...
What were you saying about Cool Story earlier? No, they're doing damp-proofing.
I don't know if you can see on this picture. Oh, no. Bottom left corner, I actually... I've actually created a hole in the floor again, so I need to get that filled before we move too much further. But, yeah. Cranstonite looks finished. New York apartment vibes.
Yeah.
Yes. Ridley Cinema. This is where Phil keeps his victims. Oh, it's not Ridley. They're under the ground.
Not there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them are under the patio.
Yes. Antonio Piello, the room is a work in progress. Indeed it is, massively. But hopefully we should make some major steps in the next few weeks. Fingers crossed. Superstar Steve Jones is with us as well. Good evening. Big up.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah, Woody. First things, Phil. Decide on two things: the size of the TV you want and a budget. Well, the size of the TV, I think I want a 75-inch. I'm pretty set on that. Budget, I keep going backwards and forwards on because it's. I don't want to overspend because there are that many things that need doing in the room. When we're talking some mega money, really, as we go along, it's soon mounting up when you consider we've got to obviously do the walls and plastering. We need the carpet. We need the media unit. Want a new sofa. There's a new desk. There's a new computer setup completely and new radiator, and it just escalates on from there. So, and I like to keep. I don't like to blow everything. So it's the difference between...
It's not what your boyfriend said.
You know, yeah. Thank you. QLED, I think they're ranging from about £1,300 to about £1,600. And then OLED, I think it was looking about £2,500 to £3,000 or something like that. So it's like it's pretty much twice the price. And when I'm considering, yeah, I do want all these other bits in there, I just don't know if I want to spend that money on an OLED when everything else is coming along as well. But yeah, would you judge me if I went QLED instead of OLED?
No.
Good.
Because what have you got now?
Oh, just standard 4K LED TV in here. Living room's only HD.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's going to be a huge step up, regardless. 4K in the
kitchen as well. Well, that's not. It's just a normal LED. It's not a special QLED, OLED, QLED,
LED,
mini LED.
LED.
Yeah,
easily LED.
Dean Watson says, "Only spend what you're comfortable with, financially and mentally most sustainable." See, that's the other thing as well. Is when you've got other people in the house, it's not just yours. So if the kids are going to be in there, don't want to spend a fortune on that OLED and let them just throw their gaming controllers at it when they get angry. They've not done that so far, but they're not teenagers yet. Ridley Cinema. I've had people look at my collection and assume I'm rich. No, I've been collecting over 10 years. And this is the thing. This is the assumption that a lot of people have when it's the materialistic nature of how we view things, really. I've seen it lots of times in my previous work in financial industry when you're getting breakdowns of what people have and what people owe and things, and it just shines a completely different light on things for me. So that's why I say you can't judge someone from having a normal HD TV in the living room and standard editions compared to having an OLED with all the limited editions. You just can't see the whole story. You get that front-facing things. AJ Pink says material goods equal wealth. Yep, that's what the appearance is. Morton's movie reviews. I have a basic 4K 55-inch and a lot of
Movies.
But there is depth because of the damn movies. And that's what happens a lot of the time. It's we get carried away with collecting, and I have done in the past. I'm looking through at my collection thinking, why the hell did I buy that a lot of the time? And I did it for a recent video that I've just filmed, and looking at things a little bit closer. And do I do a reach around and go grab it?
Do a reach around.
Go on. It's a spoiler for the next video, but it's things like
you've already blown people, so
yeah. I'll find it now. I know I mentioned this the other
like
day.
in prison.
But it's things like Fatal Beauty. It's a Whoopi Goldberg film, and I did enjoy this film when I was younger. I recorded it off TV. I had it, and the Blu-ray is now out of print. So do I keep it because it's out of print?
Oh, it's a must-have for that
reason. I looked
reason.
at this on the shelf today. I did it the other day, but I've used it today. And I thought, do I want to watch this again? The simple question is, not right now. And then you're thinking, yeah, perhaps I will want to watch it one day. But it's an old movie. I'm familiar with it, and I'm likely to probably only watch it once more. I think if it's got another repeat view in it, if at all, it's going to be watched once, and it wouldn't get watched again. I can pretty much guarantee it that that's enough. That's going to be enough. So do I need to keep things like this sealed up on the shelf when it's freely available at the moment on Amazon Prime and it's rentable or purchasable on iTunes? If it's only going to be one more watch and it isn't that of an important movie to me, even though I did enjoy it when I was younger, I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but do I need to keep it? Do I need to keep it if it's not a go-to, if it's not a classic, if it's got no real relevance now?
The answer is no, because you could do one of these videos in 4 years' time, and I bet that's still wrapped in cellophane.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the kind of thing that in 10 years' time, you'll be sat with your feet up and you'll be flicking around and you go, Channel 4's got Fatal Beauty playing. In 5 minutes, I might sit and watch that. And you'll just sit and watch it on telly and that'll be it. It's not a needs to be in the collection.
Funny you should say about Channel 4, but when this was on TV in the UK, I can never follow what happened with the name of it, but I'm sure when I saw it on TV in the UK, it was called Pink Cadillac, not Fatal Beauty. At one point.
That rings a bell, actually.
Yeah.
I think over here it was called that, wasn't it? Full stop. Yeah.
Sorry, sideline. Anyway.
Yeah.
Big Jace. Why keep up with the Joneses? Do what you want or what you can afford.
No, but the Joneses next door, they've got they've got a Tesla, they've got a really nice telly and stuff. So
yeah,
I want to keep up with them.
Exactly.
I want to be their friend.
Ridley Cinema says, "Is this going to be Phil's selling as a product phase, like some other YouTubers come off as?" No, I think I would struggle to get the product to sell you guys because I speak so against buying and getting swept up in the addiction and the hobby and things like that. I don't think it falls in line with a lot of brands and a lot of products, unfortunately. I would cover them and I would be honest about it, but I'm not a salesman for these people and I don't want to be either, even though it would give me the free stuff. Anyway,
free stuff.
Super Steve Jones. I do understand people buying lots of 4K collector's editions if they do not have the right equipment to play it on.
You do not understand people buying lots of 4K collectors.
Yeah, quite possibly. Do you mean collecting 4K when they haven't got a 4K player or the strength of their gear? That's what because I can see reasons why to get the collector's editions if it's a film I truly care about.
I remember we saw a picture of somebody's collection once and they'd converted their basement and it was just, you couldn't see the walls. It was just shelves upon shelves of films. Yeah. And then they got a tiny, crappy little armchair and the tiniest, crappiest little telly wedged in amongst the shelves to watch it on. And you think, You've spent multiple thousands on buying all of these films, and then you've got the worst setup on the planet to actually sit and watch them on. Surely the tables need to flip on that one and just nice telly, less of a collection.
Well, I think it's that thing when you get carried away, isn't it? That you want to collect, you want to be part of the gang, and you want to be thought of as being a serious collector. So therefore, you must have this thing, you must have that thing. But
we've talked about this before, though. You know, if you've got 20 amazing films on your shelf, and that's the bulk of your collection, as opposed to somebody that's got 40,000 films on their shelf, does that make them more of a film fan? No, it makes them more spenders, more collectors. Doesn't necessarily make them bigger film fans. And why are we trying to prove things to other people anyway? Who cares what other people think?
I don't know.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
Hey, Mick, you can't take it with you. No, you can't. I just like to have a stash, though, for emergencies and things like that. But I don't want to drain it down completely straight away.
I'm going to. I'm going to have an amaray. I'm going to melt all the amarays down and shape it into a blue plastic coffin. That's what I'm going out in.
Cloak of Many, 65-inch OLED 5.1 will do. Lovely in there. Full Atmos if you're loaded, and like wiring everywhere. So I'm trying to avoid the wiring as well. That's the other thing.
You're thinking soundbar, aren't you? That's what you're
thinking. Soundbar with rear surround, because there's a lot of them that work off Bluetooth now, and I just I've not experienced it, but I might soon. Big J, so I have 4K TV, no 4K player. I buy the odd 4K biscuit tin, but generally I buy blue amarays. Yeah. Woody, I think you should buy what in your budget. 99% of visitors in your home won't know if it's a QLED or OLED or LED. That's true. There's only really going to be me and the family watching it, I think.
I think people only know what television you've got because when people come round and they go, "Oh, that's a nice picture," just in passing type of thing. And then you kind of go into that, check out how thin. Just come and stand here and look how thin that is. And can you see that even if you stood to one side, look how sharp the picture is. Yeah, let me show you the, it's got the demonstration thing from when it was in PC World. Look, let me just click that on. Look at that hummingbird. Isn't that hummingbird amazing? People aren't actually bothered.
No.
They've just gone, that's a nice picture. They don't care about the rest.
Ethan Schneider, why please others? Just do what you want and what you can afford. Tom G says, if you're doing your whole room, then invest in sound system and proper cabling, as that will make the biggest difference. The TV can be done later. I'm not going to dive down the AV system rabbit hole on this one at the minute. Potentially when the kids move out, but it won't be. I think the soundbar will be enough for now. For Slipknot fan with us as well. Good evening, Slipknot.
Hey, Slipknot.
Jerry Carr says, unless it's a tax write-off, is it for the channel? No, it's not. It's not for the channel. It's for me. But I will use the room, hopefully, if the kids don't absolutely destroy it. Ridley Cinema, I noticed for the channel collecting going on more in the action figure community. I see a lot of that too. Yeah, I think there's a lot of different things that do it for the channel. We see it across YouTube, we see it across TikTok, but they've got the BookTok or BookTubers. They're just buying books left, right, and centre, like I did the other day. There's those that collect colouring books. There's the gamers, retro gamers, and Pokemon cards. You name it, baseball cards. There's a lot that do it for the channel.
Retro gamers. I mean, Nick sent me a video. I think I forwarded it to you as well. With that guy that he rents what is basically an aircraft hangar. Inside that are containers that he then rents. Inside those containers are sealed tubs upon sealed tubs upon sealed tubs with all these games inside and stuff that are never played. What's the point? You can't appreciate it.
No, can't.
In his head, it's like, well, I own everything. Whoop-de-doo. Means nothing. Means nothing.
Cranston Knight says, anyone judging you on that stuff needs blocking from the channel. Yeah, I agree. But you'd be amazed how people will dive on what they perceive as weakness, or not weakness as such, but inferiority. Dean Watson.
If Phil blocked everybody that judged him on this channel, I'd be the first
I'd
one
be
gone. I'd be the first
Dean
one
Watson,
gone.
you're a channel for opinions and ideas, even not even review based, with a focus on of picture quality and sound, etc. So why pander to that perception? Just make the room nice. Fair.
Yeah.
Superstar Steve Jones, I feel that you need at least 75-inch to get the best out of 4K. That's what I'm going for. I want a 75-inch. I think I looked at bigger, but I think that will fill the space that I've allowed a little too much. There is space for it to fit, but 75, I think, feels about right.
Comfortable.
Ridley, I think it becomes a problem when collectors buy literal repackaged figures because it's part of a wave, even though it's an identical figure they already have, but it's their money. Yeah, there's a lot of people that
people wouldn't do that with Blu-rays, would they?
Yes. Woody, at the end of the day, Phil, spend all you want on a TV and system, but if you don't have a mustard chair in that room, nothing else matters.
True that, Woody.
I'll tell you what, I did look at a chair for the room. I was going to do sort of a reading nook sort of area for it, for when the kids are playing game and I can sit and just read my thing. And I was looking at the colours to suit the rooms, and then I thought, oh, I wonder if I could get a mustard chair in there. And it actually crossed my mind. It crossed my mind.
Really? Okay.
Yes. But anyway,
yeah.
AJ Pink. Ugh. Not worth getting into debt over. No, I don't think I'll be using credit. I don't think
many things in life now are worth getting into debt over, to be honest. I don't know if that's just an age thing, but
there we go. Darren G. Do you watch mid-level media? The guy in there said he hated the new Jurassic Park movie, but still planned to buy it. I don't understand that. I've got a couple of mid-level media, but no, I don't particularly watch him regularly. It tends to be just reviews and showing the new stuff that's coming out. It's all a lot of just the latest stuff, the promotion to show that they've got the latest and the biggest and the best and things like that. But they're buying it for buying the movie that you don't really like. Anyway, it's I've got my words mixed up. Glenn, take me.
No, well, I've commented on that before. I remember somebody bought a what's the German company that does really big? No, they do chunky box sets that have got.
Is it Turbine? German one?
I really like it. I can't remember. It's not Turbine I'm thinking of, is what I'm saying. But they bought a film. They paid like £85 for it or something. And somebody in the comments put, I didn't particularly like it. And the person that bought it said, no, I didn't particularly like it either. But what a nice set. Yeah. Why buy it? Why are you buying it? Absolutely pointless.
That's I think it's what I was trying to get. It's that collector mentality that you have to have it as part of the boutique label or the collection of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World films. You're completing things all the time and finding a reason to have it. Oh, it's in a steel book. I better get it because I collect steel books. Or, it's that, in my opinion, it's that bad way to collect movies. If it's not something you want to go back to, if it's something you hate, then it shouldn't really be in your collection unless you're just collecting to have everything. It depends on what kind of collector you are. For me, I don't want everything anymore. I want my collection to be all movies that I would go back to and say, yes, I would watch that again right now, and pull it off the shelf and actually go for it. It's got to be an impulse for that. If I'm teaching on it, I don't know if I fancy watching it, then I don't think it belongs in my collection.
So you're blowing things, reaching around, and pulling things off.
Yes.
Just to recap. Just to recap before before you get accused of anything.
Yeah. AJ Pink says, I'm already judging you, Phil, unliked and unsubbed. Well,
it's a wise move, AJ.
A few AJ. Superstar Steve Jones, spend your money on your equipment first and then buy the 4Ks. I don't think I'm rushing to buy many 4Ks either, to be honest with you. But
I think that will change though. Once you've got a decent TV setup and what have you.
I might not have.
Well, you will have, and I think you'll see the difference on so many things, and then that will pop in your head every time you buy a film. Oh, that would probably look better on 4K, and I think it will shift your collecting.
Yeah. Ethan Schneider says, "I don't think it dramatically affects how you enjoy a film."
I don't. If an enjoyable film is an enjoyable film, that's kind of the end of it.
Thanks tonight. What have you got? Someone will have an extra inch somewhere. I'm sure they will.
Not always the case.
Big case. If I had a spare room and the money, yes, I would love a home cinema room, but I don't. So life goes on. I think that's a lot of my thing at the minute as well. Is I'd love a home cinema room, but I'm also kind of thinking in the realities of the situation is it's not just me in the house. I've got 2 young children. I've got a wife, and we've all got our different wants and needs and things like that. So it's a room that needs to work for the family and not just for me. I could be selfish and just go for the home cinema room, but I don't want to run the house like that. I don't want to be selfish. I want everyone to enjoy the space and everyone to be able to sit and enjoy a film. So the consideration is it needs to work for me, it needs to work for my kids, and it needs to work for my wife as well.
Ultimately, everybody has their wants and needs, but you want the room for yourself and you need them to be elsewhere. It's as simple as that. Yeah.
I think as well, it's the difference between if I went for an OLED, that means I potentially wouldn't get a 4K player for down there because I'd have the Xbox that will run 4K. So I'd think, I'll just leave the player till later because I've spent the extra money on the OLED. If I went for the QLED, I could get a 4K player, and it's the pros and cons and weighing it up without absolutely decimating my budget when I want to spend that on other things as well.
Yeah, and the thing is, you will reinvest in a year's time or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you might go just playing it through the Xbox route and having like your Apple TV box and things like that. And then in a year's time, you might think, no, I'd like an actual independent 4K player.
So may as well have the setup you want, Phil. Don't do it for the online people. Have the equipment you want and personalize the room. I think that's the best way to do it. Really, is just go for what I can, what makes me happy, and just don't mention it on YouTube or put it out there. Joking. Ridley Cinema just sent you some pics of my theatre room on Instagram. It's definitely not high grade, but it does the job. I'll have a look at those soon, and I will judge you.
Yeah.
Quint says by the time you finish the room, 8K will be out. Potentially, I'm hoping to be able to be putting the electrical equipment in before Christmas. Definitely before Christmas.
Well, talking of 8K coming out, I mean, there needs to be a point where, and this is an age thing, I know it is, but we can't be like in our 60s and 70s and still going, oh no, 16K's out. I've got to start upgrading my collection. We've got to kind of draw the line somewhere, really, and just, you know, people have said on here before, they're happy at DVD, they're happy at Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And I've said, I think Blu-ray kind of covers it, really, for the majority of things. I have the odd bit and bob on 4K. I will let you jump to Clarky.
Right. Okay. So thank you very much to Clark of Many. We've got a super chat. Number 1. I gave myself the chat crown. Here's some batteries for your new TV remote, Phil. Thank you very much, Clark of Many. Much appreciated. And unfortunately, I'm not going to put the money towards the batteries, but I will put it towards something. I'll put it in the pot for upgrading the stream. And I might put some towards batteries as well. What do you think, Len?
Towards the channel or hookers and blow. One or the other. But it'll be spent wisely. It will be spent wisely.
Yeah, I do want to upgrade to the better HD quality, at least for the stream, and to get rid of those pesky logos. So every little helps on the super chat. It's much appreciated, Clark of Many, and thank you very much for that. And enjoy the chat crown for the evening. If it lasts, how long does that last?
I don't know.
But anyway, much appreciated on that. Just slap that one on as well. Just lost my way in the comments. I did see one from Slipknot. We're going to take it away from the conversation for a second. For Slipknot, what's your score for weapons out of 10? I'd probably stick it at about a 7.
Yeah, 7 for me, really. Like I said, I really enjoyed it, and I will watch it again. We nearly watched it the other night, in fact, because Lynn's not seen it.
Yeah.
I just, in comparison to Barbarian, I thought Barbarian, his first film, was much better and more original. Whilst I was watching Weapons, I just kept thinking of M. Night Shyamalan movies and things like that. It didn't feel as original to me. That was all.
It got me. I can't say much without spoilers. There are things that I did really like about it as well that I wish to see in other future movies. So we'll talk about it after it's been out a bit longer. I don't mind going into spoilers, but right now I don't want to. No spoilers.
Like I said to you, I would have liked to have seen him do Nightmare on Elm Street if they are determined to reboot it again. But I know he's doing Resident Evil.
Yes, that was really good.
He's going to be bogged down with that for a long time.
Yeah. There we go. Ace Mac, there's a channel called Film Collector. He has a cinema built inside his house. Very good. I've seen a few with the cinemas inside the house, and there's some real cool setups. There's who was it? I forgot his name. Mr. Who's the Boss that had a home cinema type room set up. That was freaking awesome. That's one of the best ones I've seen. And his setup was amazing. But one I can't afford.
Where they have like a foyer and what have you. You go in through the double doors, and they've even got like a confectionery counter and all that kind of stuff before you go through into the screen.
Yeah.
Which is all well and good, but I think if you advertise that kind of thing, suddenly everyone's going, "Can I come round and watch a film?" Yeah, come round.
I don't want anyone around.
Pay cinema prices. Just come round mine instead, you annoying people.
Superstar Steve Jones. Start with the TV first and then the sound system. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I might just go for basic soundbar surround style thing and see how that tides me over for a little while.
Pioneer soundbar on this TV, and we ended up selling it because the sound on the television for the room that it's in is good enough, to be honest. So much better than they used to be.
BMG 501, the best of the best is always the best. Indeed.
It's a fair point. It's well made. It's does what it says on the tin.
Yes. Antonio Pello, Phil, even if it's not what's in the picture, I won't judge for it just to impress us all. No, it definitely won't be what's in the picture. I do have a picture of a rough mock-up of the units that I'm looking for. See if I can find it. Sorry, I should have put it on the chat, shouldn't I? I don't think I even sent it you, Glenn. But it's something similar to that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But the TV, I'm not having the TV on the wall. That's something I'm going to avoid. I just want it to stand there because if it's going to get replaced, then I don't want to be messing about too much.
This is so turned into HGTV at the moment.
Yeah.
Coming up next after the Phil show, it's the Property Brothers.
Martin's movie reviews. I was thinking maybe a soundbar would be best for my setup. Would love surround sound, but seems like a pain in the bottom. I think I do like having surround sound, but the amount of times that I try putting it on at home and the wife's like, turn it down a bit, we've got neighbours, or no, don't put it on today, we'll, might wake the boys up and things like that. And I don't often get a chance to use the surround sound. So our TV speakers are pretty decent as well. So it just doesn't get used very, very often at all. Strange. But yeah, I did have a while ago quite a nice setup, but it's completely outdated now. It still sounds decent. Woody says 2K for a TV, you're wasting your money. I won't judge you. It's your choice, your house, your budget, and the money is better in the bank than on a TV, which gives you marginal gains.
I won't judge you, but you are being judged through this comment.
Dean Watson, I spent close to $5,000 earlier this year on my TV room setup. I know that no more than 6 months to a year from now, the equipment will be outdated, last a generation. That's part of the worry as well, because when I started looking at TVs, there was the news of Dolby Vision 2 coming out, and it's like, oh, do I wait to see what that is? And then I thought, no, it's going to be years. And
yeah, I think we worry too much about stuff like that. I mean, I got my OLED, it's going to be 6 years ago now, because it was just pre-COVID. 2019, back end of 2019, and it's still going strong. It still looks amazing. So I'm not freaking out about upgrading that yet. So I don't think we need to worry yet.
Yeah. Woody says use that $1,000 you save on a TV for a holiday next year with your family. Your kids will remember that break. A TV hanging on the wall. Yeah.
Well, as we've established, he's not hanging it on the wall, so therefore he doesn't have to take the kids on holiday.
The family holidays are getting stupidly expensive as well. They're ridiculous. Sorry, I've just lost track of the comments on here. Steve Jones, get TV that has a high nit value so you can appreciate the HDR. I know nothing about the nits or anything like that. I know the higher the better, but
you've got 2 kids though, so you do know about nits.
Yeah, Jeremy, nothing can compete with that mustard chair. Yeah,
I mean, look how vibrant it looks. It looks really vibrant on here. Yeah,
I know. So I know we've talked a lot about it being the TVs for upgrading and things like that and showing and stuff. But if we're talking about the image of being, I don't know, what did I say, thrifty or broke, or showing the image of just being loaded because of everything that you own, and it also falls into the collecting side of the physical discs and things like that. And I know I don't know where I'm going with this really, but yeah, it's the difference between
good start.
Yeah, having the limited edition, having the standard edition. And if I started doing unboxings for YouTube, this is where I see the pull for YouTubers to have the limited editions and things like that, because no one's going to watch a video if they're unboxing a standard edition versus the limited edition. So I see that pull towards it. But as a consumer, do you get drawn to the limited because the YouTubers have shown you that limited and said what a great edition it is? Or do you still want to hold off and go for a standard? What do you do, Glenn? What do you do?
Well, you know what I do now. I wait and go for the standard. I mean, I probably didn't at one point. It was all about, the Cine edition or first edition of this or whatever. But it's just, it kind of goes back a little bit to what we were saying last week as well, that a lot of people misunderstood in comments and started listing some awful films that they were going, no, they're really classics. No, they're not. Somebody mentioned Fast and the Furious in the same conversation as we were talking about Jaws having the same impact 50 years later.
Yeah.
Wasn't where we were going with that conversation at all. But I don't necessarily think the quality of films is there for me to kind of really be itching to get hold of these big fancy box set editions of things anyway. And I'm not just going to buy those editions just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Most of them seem to have biscuit tins in these days anyway, which obviously doesn't appeal.
Yeah. There's I've comment here from Don Belville. 53 years old and totally fed up with disc prices. It's out of control. And it is on those limited editions, yet they're the things that spark the conversation on social media. They're the things that people post on social media to get the attention. And I think a lot of that falls into it. They know that collectors want to be able to show off and show that thing. And unfortunately, a lot of the comments, a lot of the likes, a lot of the follows, they come from the people that are buying these things to show off. They're the ones that are getting the likes. They're the ones that are getting the views. And the distributors see this and they keep the prices high because they're getting that promotion all the time on it. So the amount of times that we're going to see the limited editions of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4K set from Arrow, that's going to be all over the place when that's released, with every Tom, Dick or Harry just posting the pictures that they've received it and that they've waited for it for years and it's finally here.
Yeah, because it's Tom, Dick, Harry and Donatello, isn't it? They're the They're the turtles. Yeah.
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 Jeremy Carr says, I know of this one YouTuber who has a channel for so long, but doesn't as much as he used to. But what?
built up a good reputation. Now viewers send in their new figures for him to review.
Yeah, I'd like that. That'd be nice. Ridley Cinema says if 50% of your collection is in storage and not easily accessible or on a shelf, do you really own it? Just an interesting question.
No, I 100% agree. I find it pointless. I find it pointless that people buy multiple copies of the same film. They then buy multiple copies of the same film and keep them all sealed.
Mm.
What is the point? There is 0 point. If it is not doing what it's built to do.
Yeah.
A Blu-ray disc is meant to be played in a player. There is 0 point you keeping it sealed in something. Oh, well, it'll lose its value. Well, don't, but you shouldn't be buying it because none of these things are realistically investments.
No.
Certainly biscuit tins, you know, you go, oh, this is limited edition, it's brilliant. And then Zavvi release another one a year later.
But yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking to myself as you were chatting because mine's all over the place, but I don't like. Yeah, I was just thinking.
Do you like it or don't you like it?
Yeah, I was trying to lead this in, but one of the things that did worry me when I've been collecting in the past and things, how much I would get judged for buying a pre-owned copy from somewhere like CEX or going to a charity shop and picking something up. And I do like that it's come to a point with some of the hunt videos that because there's nowhere else on the high street to go, CEX is a go-to. And it has sort of normalized being more thrifty, being more budget conscious for some of the collectors. And I do find that quite refreshing that it's not always about the new stuff. Problem is a lot of these videos, they do also go to HMV and pick up the newest stuff as well. But yeah, it's normalized the going to CEX or picking up the pre-owned as being quite a normal thing to do, quite a budget conscious thing.
Beyond that, you've got, you know, so many videos of people going around charity shops.
Yeah.
Looking for various different things as well. It's almost, you know, you've said before about when people bill a video as the Blu-ray hunt.
Yeah.
But they go in HMV. So they're going to find Blu-rays. It's not really much of a hunt, is it? It's, you know, it's shooting fish in a barrel, really. Going out hunting is kind of going into the charity shops and just seeing on the odd occasion the things that you can pick up.
I think half the problem is with them, for a lot of the physical media ones that I follow, it's not either CX and charity shops or HMV on the news stores. It's both. They'll do both. And they just pick up everything and anything. And the worry is with the collecting like that is, yeah, you might to some extent be budget conscious, but at the same time, you're sometimes overpaying at CEX and you're sometimes just picking random rubbish up for the sake of it. And you see like TikToks like this, time to put away some movies in my collection. I mean, look at how many are on there. And I've got these packages to open and they're always showing off. They're always showing that they've got to have something. They've got to have something to show on their channel. And it sets a weird precedent that all collectors must be like that. All collectors must have to own absolutely everything. And I think they look like they're being budget conscious, but then they're buying a stack of 40, 50 blinking Blu-ray and 4K all in one. And yeah, you got to get them all. You got to have everything on your shelf. You got to do this, that, and the other.
You feel that pressure though to do like a regular video. Now, the good thing is about what you do is it's not about what you've had come through the door. Unfortunately, a lot of those people have set off on that path and they need content every week. And because they don't branch off from what they've bought that week, they're stuck in that loop, whether they like it or not. And they just kind of, oh, well, I've got to buy something this week because I've got to put a video out. Otherwise, I can't put a video out. And if I don't put a video out, I'll lose subscribers. And they're kind of, they're stuck then, aren't they?
Yeah. Big Jace, there we go. The reason for my collection is to have films to watch when I retire. Stop it, Big Jace. Stop it. This is how I was justifying a lot of my collecting for a long time. Films to watch when you retire. Do you need them all? How many films do you need when you retire? How many are you going to watch every single day? Are you going to watch more than one a day? Do you have streaming services? Have you got a digital collection? You don't need it all physical. You don't need it all on tap. You can have other hobbies as well. You're not going to be sat 24/7 just watching films. Stop using that as an excuse to build more. There's going to be other options in the future. There will be CEX, there will be charity shops. You can pick these things up whenever. You don't need to store them now, I don't think.
And by the time we retire, I mean, all of us on here, I mean, I'm going to say 95% of us are in our 20s. So, you know, another 40 odd years before we retire.
Yeah.
And what you're thinking your collection now, where are we? There, that, you think, oh, I'll watch that when I retire.
Yeah.
Next year, there'll be another 20 films added to that. The year after that, another 20 to 30 added to that. And it'll just, all of these things that you think you're going to watch will be pushed so far down the list. You'll never get around to them.
Yeah. I mean, there's all the streaming services as well. I mean, Big Jace mentions the shows like This Morning, Loose Women, The Real Deal, and quiz shows. That's on your sort of normal terrestrial TV, but then you've got free movie and streaming services like Tubi, and there's the Roku channel as well. And there's a lot of free services that you can get out there that have got quite a decent selection, to be fair. There's a lot of movies on the streaming services like the BBC, Channel 4, and there's a whole other sort of avenue for watching movies that a lot of collectors just don't think about because they're dead set against digital, but the options will always be there over time. They will always try and show these movies and get the money from them.
And even though Big Jace did mean Loose Women, he's actually put Loose Woman, and I think that's one of his specialist DVDs that he's got that he's intended to watch.
Jace, by the way, this is I'm not attacking you. I'm just not pulling your leg as such, but I used to find that was one of my justifications for collecting so much. And over time, as I've got even older and closer to retirement, I've realised how little I actually need the physical thing because there are all these options out there, and it's always possible to pick them all up again if needed. I don't think there's many.
It actually felt like an attack, to be honest. You know, when you beat that child up last week, it felt a little bit like that.
Yeah.
You know, when you held the child down at kickboxing and just kept elbowing him in the face.
Yeah, I do. But I have it just reminded me of Big Jace, actually. If you're still watching, Jace, you're a Kevin Smith fan, aren't you? I did pull something to one side because I had a duplicate on my shelf and I was sorting out my books the other day. And I thought, it's Big Jace is the big Kevin Smith fan, isn't he? So I had a duplicate book, which was Silent Bob Speaks, the collected writings of Kevin Smith. Big Jace, this was a duplicate. So if it's one that you haven't got, if you're interested, send me a message and I'll send this over to you, mate. Because I know you're a Kevin Smith fan. If you have got it, let us know in the comments. And if anyone else UK-based wants Kevin Smith book, then I'll organise getting that sent out. But Big Jace, if you want that, it is yours, mate.
Because I still need to send Jeremy Carr the Turtles picture disc.
Oh, have you not sent that yet?
No, because I'm saving up my pennies to pay for the postage because it seemed like a good idea at the time, and then I started seeing postage costs. Yeah. So once I'm having a kidney removed on Tuesday, once that sells, I'm going to send it to you, Jeremy.
Fair. Ethan Schneider says, "What kind of soundbar are you looking at getting?" At the minute, excuse me, I was looking at I'm not sure. I'm doing some research, but there was a Hisense one that I thought looked okay that had the soundbar, had separate subwoofer, Blu-ray, and also had the rear surround speakers that were Bluetooth as well. And I quite liked the idea of it being all envelopes like that. And it wasn't too expensive. It was low, mid-budget. So I think it was about 250 quid or something like that. So I thought, you know what, I'll see how I get on with the soundbar with something like that before I look at more money and things like, I mean, I do like the looks of something like a Sonos Beam, but it's closer to £1,000. So yeah, not that. Sorry, just flicking through comments again. I'm losing my track with them. Modern's movie review says, I just want a balanced sound system, tired of loud gunshots and soft talking. Yeah. Super Steve Jones, if you get an AV receiver and proper speaker setup, it makes a massive difference. It does. I have it in my living room. And as I say, my wife doesn't like it being on a lot of the time because it's too loud for the neighbours, apparently. But yeah, she's worried that I ramped up a little bit too much. But anyway, sorry, I'm losing track of the comments. So I'm going to move us on to what do you fancy, Glenn? Pickups or what did we watch?
Either or. Don't mind. Go for it.
Very good.
Whichever button you click, it'll be the other one anyway.
So, Glenn, what have you been watching this week?
What have I watched this week? I watched Until Dawn, the horror movie from David F. Sandberg.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was all right. It was intriguing to start with. Perked my interest. I thought, I wonder where this is going to go. And then it just went into normal, generic rubbish. I'm not going to say because it was based on a computer game. I don't think that made much difference. I just think the writing wasn't very good.
Right.
It was a lot of performances from, where they're all clearly mid-20s but trying to play teens.
Yeah.
Like kind of interchangeable lot of people kind of thing. Quite forgettable. Yeah, it was quite forgettable. There's one girl in it that's pretty good. She was in the Hellraiser reboot from a few years ago. And she's got a little bit of something about her, but the rest of them were just so interchangeable. Honestly, so forgettable. Film-wise, 5 out of 10. And then, what else have I watched? Oh, I watched a Ty West movie that I've never seen before. Cabin Fever 2.
Oh. Okay.
Again, started off and I thought, okay, it's low budget, but it's quite quirky. It was clearly trying to go on the humour. It was quite gory. And then about 2/3 of the way through, it just completely lost its way and just meandered along to a mediocre ending. And it won't be staying in my collection.
Okay.
As much as I like Ty West's other stuff, I'm not going down that director's collection route and having every single one of that director's film, whether I like it or not. It's not how I want to collect anymore. So it will be going.
Well, it's good that you're recognising that nice and early and are not all willing now to get rid of something if it doesn't quite suit you. I think. What else did you watch?
A lot of TV. We're on RuPaul's Global All Stars. RuPaul's amazing. What else did we watch? Oh, we picked Dexter back up.
All right.
We started, yeah. So we watched all the original series, and then it obviously dropped off for ages. And then they did Dexter New Blood, and we didn't pick it back up. And then they did the prequel series, Original Sin. And then they've obviously brought Dexter back again for Dexter Resurrection. And now they've cancelled Original Sin because nobody gives a monkeys unless it's Michael C. Hall. Is that his name? I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
That sounds about right. So we thought, well, we'll go for this New Blood and see how we get on with it in the build-up to the other one. And we've both lost interest. About 3-4 episodes in.
Yeah.
Just, Lynn watches so much true crime stuff. You can feel while you're watching it. And the police do something and she's like, they just wouldn't do that. They just, because it's so kind of unrealistic of somebody getting away with it. I mean, they had sniffer dogs the other day. And because he spread some scent somewhere else, they didn't go to the bodies over there. And it made no sense whatsoever. It was just to move the story along. And I was just, I can't be bothered with it.
I've got to admit, with Dexter, I got bored as anything through the original series. I think it got to about season 5 and I was like, I've had enough of this. It's just boring me, man. It's just treading water. It's going nowhere. It's doing nothing interesting. And I was out, and when they started trying to revive it through, I don't even know what the series are called until you mentioned it, really. I was just zero interested in trying to get back into it. And I enjoyed a couple of the books by Jeff Lindsay at the time, but this series, it just bored the pants off me. Film-wise,
I think that's it. I watched, did I talk about Friendship last week? I did Into the Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been last week. Yeah, I've kind of lost track of days really this week, but that's about it. What about you?
I'm up to date on Peacemaker. I'm quite
Mhm.
enjoying it and managing to stay ahead of the spoilers. I'm behind on Alien Earth, clearly, and I've been watching some generic procedural TV like The Rookie and things like that. But then last night I watched Better Man by Michael Gracie that did Greatest Showman.
Yeah, the Robbie Williams one.
Yeah, it's a strange one, and depending on, I don't know who's in the audience, but it's a funny one for those overseas because what was massive in the UK is covered quite by the film quite a lot, and I know. So the story's about singer Robbie Williams that was part of a boy band called Take That, and I know both Take That and Robbie Williams, they never particularly did very well outside into the US or anything like that. No one particularly knows the name, so I don't know how much interest there would be there. But I thought it was a pretty well-made film, and Michael Gracie's really got a handle on using the music through film and the choreography and everything like that. It was really interesting to look at, and it really got a grip on showing the UK how it can be at times as well. But I quite enjoyed watching it. It was good because we sort of witnessed a lot of what was shown in the film and lived through that period of the rise of the boy band and what happens to certain public figures and things like that. But I don't have to say it, but I don't think Robbie Williams' story is all that interesting. As much as I was entertained because I lived through that period and I've witnessed some of the things that were covered on there, but I think as a story, I don't know if you haven't been through it and haven't witnessed it and been part of it. I don't know how it would float for other people that weren't there for it. But it was a really well-made film, and I did quite enjoy it.
Did you go and see Take That in concert?
No.
I did. Really did, yeah. Robbie had left at that point.
Right.
Yeah, it was just four of them at that point. But yeah.
I'm going to see what people in the comments have been watching because I've got nothing else really. We've got Johnny Carrot Heed is with us. There we go.
Hey, Johnny Carrot Heed.
It's went to hell. In a bad way or in a good way, Johnny? I don't know.
I think that's in a bad way, surely.
Charlie85 watched Alien Earth this week. Another one. I need to get on top of it. Ethan Schneider, I watched The Conjuring: The Last Rites for the second time, which I really enjoyed. Also watched World War Z and Blair Witch Projects. I looked at Conjuring: Last Rites to go and see it at the cinema. That is the new one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And I looked at the runtime. I think it was like 2 hours, 20 minutes, and I thought, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to sit 2 hours, 20 minutes through a Conjuring movie in the cinema. I've seen 3 of them already. I don't need to see another. And I quickly lost interest. Well, if it's good, let me know. Clock of Money, Hitcher, Green Room, Chopper from the HMV second site sale in the UK. Good prices on them standard editions now.
$9.99 on there, I think.
Woody watched nothing memorable. Morton says, Glenn, you now have to watch Cabin Fever 3 and 4.
I think I've watched Patient Zero. That was god awful. Yeah, I don't know why I hadn't seen 2. First one's very good.
Tom G just watched Ballerina. Really liked it, more than expected to. Finished watching The Penguin, excellent, and Colin Farrell is superb.
The Penguin is a fantastic TV show.
Yeah, Ballerina was, for me, too long, and it was.
Ballerina for me was mediocre. 2 decent set pieces. I quite like the bit with the grenades, and I like the bit with the flamethrowers. Ana de Armas is not a leading lady. She is a co-star at best, I'm afraid. Yeah.
AJ Pink rewatched The Breakfast Club this week. Always love it. Me too, AJ. Me too. Jeremy Carr watched some regularly scheduled series: Alien Earth, Peacemaker, Invasion, weekly animes, one film called Twilight of the Cockroaches. However, I did read 2 books, if that counts. 2 books is good going. Yes, it counts. I just finished a book called The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. And I've moved on to The Man Who Died 7 Times and Piranesi. Tom G also watched Alien Earth. Each episode is getting worse and worse.
Wow. So it is going to hell, apparently.
I've only watched 3. And at the minute, I'm digging it. So expectations are being lowered. Dodds is with us as well. I rewatched the Vampire Hunter D films and Shutter. Also saw Johnny Toe's Vengeance. Very good. Crunch tonight. Watched Hector and the Search of Happiness on Prime. That's not one I've seen. Have you seen that?
Nope.
No.
Don't know what that one is.
I'll comment any further on that. AJ Pink says, seen loads of Dexter memes. Never seen it. May have to watch it. Only go as far as season 3 or 4 of the original series.
Yeah, I mean, each season they did do a different kind of twist, brought somebody in that took it in a different direction, but I think it was losing steam and they ended it probably a season too late, if I'm honest.
Yeah, definitely.
Without actually bringing it back.
So you may as well like to watch 2005 King Kong Extended Edition. It's great. 1933, still my favourite. Scooby-Doo, Frank and Creep, Tremors 3 Back to Perfection, The Fog, and Alien Earth.
Hopefully the original Fog.
I was going to say that. A remake. Tom G says finished Dexter Resurrection, and that's been great, in my opinion.
Yeah, you see, that's why we picked it back up, but I wanted to do New Blood first so I could see where Dexter was up to before I went into Resurrection. But everybody seems to love Resurrection.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm going to get there now.
Ooh, I've just seen a comment I want to get to after this one. BMG 501, I watched the new 4K of Creepshow 2 yesterday. It looks fantastic.
Nice. I do like the Creepshow movies.
Tom G says, I got halfway through. This was the one I was nearly going to watch the other night. I got halfway through, highest to lowest on Apple TV, and had to turn it off. Even Denzel can't save it.
Right, okay. It didn't appeal to me in the first place, if I'm honest.
No, I was considering it the other night as well, but I think I might give it a wide berth now.
Oh, the amount of things you should be watching.
I know. It was Spike Lee, though, isn't it? Tom G also said Hannibal TV show was exceptional. I have the Blu-ray to rewatch again because I know you're a fan of that, Mr. Glenn.
Yeah, I wish they had. They obviously knew it was being cancelled as they were doing season 3, so mushed together what would have been season 4 into season 3, and it made season 3 very cluttered. But I still loved it. I loved it every week.
Cranstonite says, was tempted to watch Better Man, still undecided if it's worth my time. This may sway me. I think honestly, I think it's definitely worth a look because some of the sequences are beautiful and really, really well done. And I look forward to seeing where Michael Gracie goes. To be honest, I think he can, swing a camera around quite nicely for the sort of musical numbers and things like that. But it feels like he throws music videos into the middle of the movie at times. It feels slightly jarring. It doesn't feel like a musical movie. It just feels like he's making a movie and then suddenly there's a music video from the movie, if that makes sense.
I'll be intrigued to see if he can do actually anything else, though.
Yeah, I
don't know whether that's his niche and that's what he'll stick with.
If that's what the man likes to do, I'm more than happy to watch another musical styled film from him. There was a really good sequence, dance number music montage where they sort of it was during Robert's time in Take That, and the musical number basically took you through the time, and all the dancers around them were changing the costumes into their costumes that Take That wore that was kind of iconic for the time, and you sort of recognize them and you can see that the time's passing through this one musical number and how they're progressing and things like that, and I thought it was really cleverly done. I thought it was really
he was on Graham Norton and performed, and all of the dancers did that. They kind of interchange with all the old outfits and things like that to give you like a bit of a taste of what the film was all about.
Yeah, it was good. Quint David says, so is Phil going to keep movies in the new room? The plan is no. I might have a small section, but I don't think there'll be any more than 10 movies down there. The ones that I picked to go down there will be more for the aesthetics and the show, rather than things to watch. I think the library of movies will stop up here with me. It's
The
all about the
aesthetics
aesthetics.
and the show.
Yeah,
Like
just
what? How do you mean?
the pretty boxes and things like that to show that I'm a movie fan and things. It depends on the look. It depends on the look of what's going on. If that makes sense. Not yet. Not yet. Like a library, you have like 2 or 3 books and then one lay down in a fucking plant pot on top of it or something. And
sorry, was that the F word?
Yeah.
Was that the F word?
I might do that, like line a few DVDs up and then I'll have one lay down and the plant pot's on top and it's like, oh, that looks all nice and sexy. Look at that. It's fantastic.
I'm a film fan.
Yeah.
How do people know I'm a film fan? Because
Exactly,
I've got some DVDs nicely arranged with a plant on top.
Dodger says also watch Baby Assassins 3, the best of the trilogy. I can't get them in the UK yet, I don't think. I'm sure I've looked for the first one and just couldn't see it anywhere. Dunvelville, F1 and weapons. F1, weapons. Yeah.
F1 was awful for me, if I'm honest. It was so painting by numbers, and F1 for dummies. It was just not a good film.
Yeah. Kirk Redgate, I'm watching License to Drive.
The Corys.
Yeah, and what's its first? Heather Graham's first movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Riddler Cinema, rewatched Back to the Future trilogy on 4K in the theatre room. Seen them probably 20 to 30 times in my life. Just realised Marty's parents, George and Lorraine, have the same names as my grandparents. I was considering going to the cinema for Back to the Future when it comes back for its anniversary edition.
Yeah, I'll probably do the same, I would think. I might see you there. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? There we go. I'm just falling behind with the comments again. So it's time, because I'm falling behind with that. I think we'll move on to the Have you been picking anything up this week?
I've picked up film-related things, but not physical media.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I say I probably already know.
Yeah, I think you already know anyway. So, first pick up.
Oh.
2 t-shirt from Hell on Shirts. Love their shirts. And it's got this on the back. So that's their VHS release one, which is very nice. I would have worn it tonight, but I've not ironed it.
Oh.
Got to look nice on telly, haven't we? Got to look nice on telly. So that was one purchase. And then the other purchase was a book. Oh, this beast.
Nice.
Making Monsters, the Howard Berger book. Obviously, Howard Berger, as in part of KNB. I thought I'd frozen then. The B of KNB. Very nice book. Very thick book. Lots and lots of nice pictures and things all the way through of monsters and creature makeup and various different things. So I'm looking forward to having a proper good look through there and see what's what.
Yeah.
So that's it. I love the cover of that.
So
we've got Frankenstein, Salem's Lot, Gremlins, and good old Art the Clown. You know, from Terrifier fell. Terrifier.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the greatest horror creation of the last 20 years. Terrifier, that you need to watch.
I just had a quick sneaky peek on the leaderboard to make sure who's at number one. To clock of many, holding strong at the number one spot on there.
Is that because of the super chat?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Woody's at number 2, and Jeremy's slipped to number 3. It's terrible, terrible. And that book, did you get tempted by? There was another book that they did as well, wasn't there? Was that Making Monsters?
That is in my shopping list on Amazon. The first one they did. Lists.
Have you dug into the Screaming and Conjuring book that you got last week yet?
What, that we both got?
Yeah.
Is yours still in cellophane as well?
Yeah.
It's that, yeah. That was the first one.
Oh yes, that's it.
Master of Makeup Effects. Yes, that is in my it's in my Amazon wish list. So I will probably add that to it.
Yeah.
but I want to have a proper read through that first.
Yeah.
What did you pick up, Philip?
I don't know whether I want to show you, because I don't know if I'll be judged for being, broke or thrifty. But
Right, okay, go on then.
I went online to CEX. I thought, you know what? It's time. It's time I did this. I've spoke about this series before, but got Tokyo Vice season 1. That was £6 from CEX plus postage, which I thought was pretty good. And I got it because I think the wife might actually watch this, so I can get on with season 2.
Just don't have it on too loud, Phil.
No.
Think of the neighbours.
I might stand a better chance of watching season 2 if she watches season 1. So picked up for £6. And then I also from CEX got season 2, which is the one I've not seen. So with a slipcover, check that out. You wish you had a slipcover like that. But yeah, that was on offer as well. But this was £8. So what, for both of them, £14 if you know your maths. And I looked at the season 1 and 2 box sets, so I could get them in a nice box so they can sit together in the box on the shelf. And for some reason, that was about 25 quid. So buying them separately was 14, or I could have bought them both in the box from the same place for 25 quid. Do the math. But
CEX with their amazing poster, their listings.
Yes, so I'm really looking forward to finally catching up with season 2. Unless I need to work through season 1 first with the wife, so we'll soon figure that one out. So yeah, that's been my only pickups.
Okay,
just want to pull up. Kirk Redgate says, "I love Tokyo Vice. Got season 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. They're awesome viewing. They are. I really, really enjoyed season 1." Tom G says, "Can't find Tokyo Vice on iPlayer anymore. Heard it's good." Exactly what happened to me, Tom. I went to go and start it, and it had gone. The BBC had removed it for whatever reason, whether the contract had run out or what. But sure, it's HBO. I'm quite surprised it didn't go to Sky or elsewhere. But yeah, Super Steve Jones says Tokyo Vice is well worth a watch. Ethan Schneider says cool books, Glenn. Woody says if you know your maths, you didn't add on the postage.
Yeah,
I didn't. Sorry.
£2.95 is it now with CEX?
I can't remember, $2.75 or $2.95. Yeah, it's
yeah,
per
cycle. Yeah.
Riddler Cinema. Don't you wish you had slipcovers like me? I'm not singing that. Sorry.
No.
There's lots of purchases this week. 2 GameCube games: King Kong 2005. You Play the Movie, and Scooby-Doo Night of the 100 Frights. We've got a ton of Scooby-Doo films here. The kids will happily watch Scooby-Doo, but don't very often pick Scooby-Doo, which is strange. We'll have it on. They'll both sit, really love it. You'll ask for another, if they want to watch another one, yeah, they'll sit and watch it. When they're picking from the shelf or picking from the remote, never look for it. It's never a consideration. But they do love it. AJ Pink says, slipcovers, biscuits, tins, and postcards. Love it all, baby. Super Steve Jones says $2.95 CEX postage. So it is close to that £3. Tom G, I did buy Project Hail Mary a few weeks back on your recommendation, halfway through, and really enjoying it. I'm glad you're enjoying that, because I thought it was freaking fantastic. And I'm look forward to the film. Jeremy says, need a live-action adaptation of Scooby-Doo meets Batman. Not sure we do. Well, there's a connection there now, isn't there?
Yeah.
James Gunn wrote the Scooby-Doo movie, so he could pull it off.
He's pulling it off as well.
Yeah.
This channel is just like a carry-on movie.
Filth. I want to. I know I've missed a lot of comments tonight. I'm just going to have a flick through and see not how many if there's anything that I can pick out. So if I've missed your comment, feel free to comment again, and I'll see if I can get to it, because we've not got that much longer left. Do you need to cover anything else, Glenn? Or do you want to cover anything else?
I think we're covered, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
We've talked about your renovations, and we very briefly talked about Blu-ray and collecting. So yeah. I think we've covered it, really.
The topic was really, do we need the best or newest physical media or tech?
And the answer is no. We could have done that very, very quickly. We don't need it. Do people still want it? Yeah. And if they want to pay for it and buy it, feel free to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I'm still sort of going to go backwards and forwards, but yeah, let's see what comments we've got. I made this. We've not had. I don't think I've read a comment out from you yet.
No, not at all.
Apologies for that. I had a beautiful LG OLED. My wife knocked it over when cleaning. Fell on her head.
Fell on her head. Did it though? Did it fall on her head, or did you hit her on the head? Oh, yeah. I saw you. I made this as well. You were on. What video was I watching? Ed's Retro Geek Out, and there was I made this. Yeah. So I made this.
As Wilco. Sorry, I don't think I've read a comment out from you this evening either. Apologies for that. The higher nit rate isn't necessarily better for the TVs. I'd say your black floor is more important for contrast. I'm having grey on the floor. I think,
crazy.
Don Belleville, I've gone down TV rabbit hole. Don't do it. Mid-range nowadays is really, really good. Sound will make a bigger difference. That's fair. I think if I'm chasing the latest OLED that I've got, I think it feels like it'll probably outdate quicker than if I did go mid-range. I'd feel like I needed to upgrade again sooner. Having a mid-range, I know I've got the mid-range thing. So it doesn't matter. I know I've not got the best, but if you're buying the OLED and going for the best, sort of 2 months later, it's not the best anymore. And it feels like you've got an inferior product. So you're always chasing that best. Having a mid-level one, you're not hearing the fuzz from having the best either side or the latest or anything like that. You're just on your middle lane there. Happy
in your lane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so I'm 6 years in on mine and it's absolutely fine. It's still a great picture. Not worried about it. Not been looking round at anything else that's on the market or anything.
Yeah.
Because it does what I need it to do.
Jeremy says, to be honest, not really a fan of unboxing videos, prefer topics. I do as well. I'd rather do a topic, or I'd rather discuss the movie than show the package. The DVD package, not mine. Never mind.
Not your package, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on. I was going to comment.
Reviews, and I'll let you have your say.
Yeah.
Channel doing unboxing to help people who buy movies to see what they were getting. But now I started buying special ones as well. I think that's it can be a dangerous rabbit hole if you're buying for the channel. Definitely. Sorry, Glenn, what you were going to say?
I made this, just asked if I was going to the toy fair at the NEC. Yes, I think I am doing again. I like a toy fair. I like a wander around a toy fair. Very rarely buy anything, but I like a wander around anyway.
No. Ethan Schneider, I don't think there's a lot of recent movies that need a special edition. There are a few that I would go in for a special edition of, but it's usually because I'm interested in the director and their vision and what they do. Someone like Jordan Peele, for example, I like listening to what he has to say about movie making and how he approaches things.
Did you see his next film's been pulled off the Universal schedule for next year?
Yes, I did.
Because he doesn't have a completed script. He doesn't have a completed story by the sound of it.
To be honest, there's a lot of pressure on him now, though, isn't there? Because he's had 3 pretty great films. And the pressure to make another pretty great film, it's got to get more and more with each movie. I mean, we've seen how it's affecting Tarantino because he's said 10 films and done, and that's now affecting his output because he doesn't want to make the wrong decision. I
think he's mad sticking with that anyway now. But he's written a comedic play that he wants to put on the West End. And he's seriously talking about that. He's on about moving his family back to London and things while that happens. So that'd be quite interesting. He's obviously writing books, so he's got other things going on. But I agree. I think he's put that much pressure on himself that I'm 10 films and done. This 10th film has got to be potentially the greatest thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
But what a filmography that man has got. Crazy.
I agree.
Good. I'm glad you agree.
Rohit, hi all, long time on live chat. As far as TVs are concerned, please have a look into Samsung's QD OLED. Exceptional colors and brightness. Samsungs don't have Dolby Vision, so no tension for Dolby Vision 2. I was looking at the QLEDs for Samsung, to be fair. I was kind of looking at some LGs and then some Samsung as well. I'm trying to go mid-budget. I don't think I'm going to blow it and go for the OLED. I think I'm just going to stick to a QLED. It just depends on what level QLED I go for. I don't want to go for sort of low-budget options for some of the screens. I do want to have a good mid TV, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Yeah, a good mid-level TV.
Yeah.
So
high-end, mid-level.
Yeah. So it's sort of LG, Samsung that I'm looking towards. I did look towards a Panasonic at one point, but they only had 2 HDMI ports in the back, and I thought, yeah, they're cutting corners. It's probably a bit lazy. We'll skip that one. So yeah, Ethan Schneider, the normalization of consumerism and overconsumption in the movie hobby and others is really destroying the fun of these hobbies. It puts unnecessary pressure on people and drives prices up. Yes.
I do genuinely think, though, when you watch a lot of people's videos, they so can't see the wood for the trees. They're so in it that they're not they don't realize they're under pressure to do it. I don't think half the time they're just, it's what they do, and they buy the next thing and they buy the next thing, and it doesn't stop.
No,
I find it quite an overwhelming thing, and I'm not being judgmental, but I was there, and because I've kind of stepped back from it, I see it more and more now.
Yeah,
it's quite scary, to be honest.
I get you. I lost what I was going to say there completely.
Okay, cool.
I'm doing that a lot tonight. I apologise. Cranston, I'm on the lookout for Twilight Time release of Emperor of the North, but it's £60 on eBay. One of my favourite films, a brilliant, brutal 70s action flick about hobos in the Great Depression. There we go. I would like to offer you options of where to look for it, but unfortunately I have none.
No. I think eBay is probably going to be your only shot.
Yeah, it's just a shame it's got that Twilight Time label, because people keep it unnecessarily high because it's a label, unfortunately. Where are we? Woody says the CEX postage, yes, it's $2.95, cheaper to get off Music Magpie or World of Books at 99% of the time if you include the postage. They didn't actually have it on Music Magpie. I did check for the Tokyo Vice one, so I had to go CX, unfortunately. Click Redgate on Tokyo Vice. Sad thing is we might not get Tokyo Vice Season 3. The story does conclude, but I want more. That was their plan. Have you read the books, Kirk? I have 2 of his books so far, but he's done another book on the same sort of subject. And yeah, I got a couple of pages into the first book, but I've not read much further yet. But yeah, it's a really interesting situation that it was in. Ridley says 8mm or 4K UHD. I don't care. A movie is a movie, and that's what it should be. So meows a lot. Me with my new GameCube games, totally the newest technology, always, obviously. I made this. Small world. You're going to the NEC Toy Fair, Glenn. I think you said that.
Yeah, that was what I read. Yeah. I think I'm going to.
Yeah,
I really enjoy it. Early bird or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Big J's TVs always go down in price once the newer model comes out. It's going to wait until my current TV dies before I buy an OLED. That's fair enough. It's and then I think even then it's worth considering if you need an OLED or you want to buy something cheaper and use the difference in money somewhere else. Cranston Knight, my PSV still gets some use. It's still a beast. I don't think it's a shame that PlayStation stopped with the Vita and just did that Portal nonsense. Woody says, didn't Phil just show us his flip cover? I did. AJ Pink says, not a Peel fan myself, but he has a lot of pressure. Indeed.
Yeah, he does.
Massive amount of pressure on that.
But when you watch the Key and Peele TV shows, some of the sketches are so filmic. It was so obvious that was the route he was going to go down. But yeah, like you say, a lot of pressure on his next movie.
Ethan Schneider's not a follower, a huge Peel fan either. AJ Pink says Sony. The Sonys are a lot more expensive TV-wise, and I think the reviews have been coming up stronger for LG, to be fair, on the TVs. Lynn, can't we have a Tarantino week?
Yeah.
On a stream, or for you watching at home, Lynn? Do you mean?
No, on a stream.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. Could potentially do that. Ranking Tarantino's movies. Who would be here all night? Do that.
We probably need to do like a watch along again and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, could do. Yeah, Jeremy Carr. I feel under pressure with foreign titles that get US release. They release so many in one go and go out of print so quickly. Tom G says, I would definitely recommend better TV at slightly smaller size than a bigger but cheaper model. However, either way, I'm sure you'll be happy. I want bigger. Anyway, we're getting towards the end of the comments. I'm going to wrap this up in a minute, Glenn. So if anyone's got any little comments to pop out, then let's see if we can get them in.
Little comments to pop out.
Yeah. There we go. I haven't read the books, but I know you have them. I commented when you spoke about Tokyo Vice before. I might grab them. World of Books is normally pretty good for that as well. I think one of them that I picked up was from World of Books and got it really, really cheap. As Wilco, I was excited to go back to buying physical for games, as digital just isn't doing it for me anymore. That's fair enough. With games, I'm not bothered anymore either way, physical or digital. It's nice to have the physical, but I'm just not as bothered about it anymore. Ridley Cinema, what's your opinion on a Tarantino Star Trek movie?
Yeah, I mean, that was close to fruition at one point, wasn't it?
You know what? I think something like that could be really, really interesting. He's done TV before, and he makes it interesting, but he doesn't allow himself to just run away with everything. He's still very conscious of the style of thing that is directing, because he did it with the episode of ER, he did it with the episodes of CSI. He was still very respectful for the source that they came from. So I think you'd see a very different Tarantino, but you'd still see a lot of his flavor in there, his stylings and things like that. I think it could have been a really interesting watch.
I'd be happy with a rated R Star Trek. That'd be fine by me.
Yeah. Go for it.
I don't think he'll do it now. I think the moment's passed, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So Morton's movie review says, I love World of Books as one of my main sites I buy from.
I have to say, most second-hand books that I buy through eBay and things, 9 times out of 10, it's World of Books.
Yeah. I see them a lot. The Barham books was another one on eBay as well. I see knocking around a lot. But yeah, anyway, let me just, I'm going to bring up the this week.
Scoreboard.
The scoreboard, the leaderboard, the top fans. Who is the top fan this week? Shall we start at number 10? Okay. So, number 10, we've got Dean Watson.
Hey, well done, Dean.
Number 9, we've got Super Steve Jones.
Super Steve.
There we go. Number 8, we've got Ridley Cinema.
Hey.
Number 7, we've got Cranstonite. Number 6, Morton's Reviews. Number 5, Jeremy, you're slipping, my man.
Oh, Jeremy, it's because he's a year older. That's why. His reactions aren't as quick. That's what it is.
Jeremy. Number 4, we've got Big Jace. Number 3, are you ready? Top 3. Drum roll. That's really irritating. Sorry. Number 3, we've got AJ Pink. Number 2, we've got Woody.
Okay.
And running away with it. Absolutely smashing it out of the park. Thank you very much for the super chat.
Clarky, one of many.
It is indeed.
That just came to me. I don't know where it came from. The spirits were guiding me.
Smashed it. So
clearly, super chat, boom. That's it. You're in.
That's the way to do it. That's the
the
only
way
way
it
to do it, I
yeah.
think. Yeah. Anyway,
Buy
thank you
your
all for joining
success.
us on the live stream. And I hope you've enjoyed it. It's mainly been me rambling and procrastinating about what to do about new TV and the media room. But I think I'm going to just concentrate on just forget the TV a bit and just focus on the lighting instead, or something like that. But if you haven't already, if you'd give us a like, I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, I'd love a subscribe as well. But hope you've enjoyed the stream. Thank you for sticking with us, and join us over on Facebook if you wish. If you wish to see more of us, we're always not. Well, I'm always knocking about on there. Glenn,
you are. I'm not active on there at all.
No.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you very much, all. Take care,
Bye, everyone.
And until next time, bye. Oh, we're not gone. We're not gone.
We're not gone. We're there, look. We're there, look. We're in that window.
I'm just feeling the pressure for an end credit scene, Glenn. I just can't come up with anything new. I'm just stuck. I just need to think of something, anything. Just give me a freaking clue.